Hello again, children. Today we are going to share a special collective worship together, which is all about our amazing world. Now, before we start our special collective worship, I am going to share something special with you. So, once again, we are going to think about lighting our candle, and although we can't do it together, the candle is lit, and today's collective worship is making us think about our very special world, thinking about what's in it, what's special. Just think to yourself, what in this world is special to you? When you look up at the sky, when you look out of your window, when sometimes you go for a walk and you look around you, what is special in our beautiful world? And over the last week, we've had some frost, we've had some really cold mornings, and we've seen beautiful pictures of cobwebs that have frozen and made us think about how clever and special things that happen around us really are. So today, our story is about something very, very important. It's about the Holy Bible. And in the Bible, there is a story in the Old Testament, which is about creation. It's the story about God and how he never gave up. He kept on going when he created our world. So let's just sit back and watch how this all unfolded. So the story starts with, in the beginning, there was only swirling water in a huge, dark, empty space. So God set to work. He didn't use his hands or a special machine. He spoke. That's all. Then God created light. He called the light day, and he called the darkness night. He said, I'd like some light. And it became as bright as a summer morning or 1,000 Christmas candles. It was a very, very special sight. On the second day, God spoke again. He said, Sky, I'd like some sky and some water underneath. And sure enough, God created the sky above the water, a bright blue sky with the dark blue heavens above it and the blue-green sea below. Then, on the third day, God separated the sea from the land. He ordered all kinds of plants and trees to grow on the land. On the fourth day, God created the sun for the day and the moon and the stars for the night. And the stars sparkled across the sky. On the fifth day, God said that all kinds of creatures should swim in the sea. Come forth, splashing things, he said. They leapt up through the waves, they sailed through the water. He also said, come forth, flying things. And birds should fly in the sky, and clouds came. All sorts of animals came, eagles and insects, hummingbirds and hawks. It was a beautiful sight to see. Finally, God made all the creatures on the land as he called to earth. Come forth, walking things, crawling things, running things, hopping and climbing things. And sure enough, they came up from the burrows, down from the trees, out of the high grass and across the open plains. And then he created a man and a woman who he called Adam and Eve, to enjoy all God had made, to take care of it for him and to talk with him. This is the way that things ought to be, God said. This is what I call good. And he kept on going until this had happened. He never gave up. On the seventh day, God rested and said that every seventh day should be a holy day of rest. Just as we like to think on the seventh day, which is normally a Sunday, we sometimes go to church or we have a special family day. We may have a Sunday lunch, but it's a day that we all call a family day. What an amazing world we have. I'd like to help you think about that and all the beautiful things that we've just seen when God created our world. And we're going to finish by putting our hands together, thinking about what we've just seen, and listen to Mrs. Robertson's prayer. Dear Lord, thank you for the beautiful world you have made. Help us to love it and care for it as you did when you made it. Let us not spoil it by dropping litter, and help us to care for one another in your name. Amen. Thank you for listening, children. And when you go out after watching this, have a look around you and think about some of the beautiful things that God created when he created our world. And remember, just as we're thinking about being resilient, think about God and what he did. He never gave up until he created the world that we see before us. Thank you for listening and see you again soon. Bye-bye, children. Bye-bye.